Hi, welcome back to Leslie Crafts. Today we're going to show you how to start making this. This will change as the project will, because obviously this will be getting sent out fairly soon. So just in case you suddenly realise how come it's changed. So today we are purely going to cut out the papers of the card. That's all we're going to do. I might actually put it together, but we'll see how we go. I think we'll cut it out and put it together, and then on the next one we'll sort out the mats and put the papers on, and then after that we'll start doing some decoration and things like that, and hopefully my ink would have come by then so I can print out the papers that I want to use, because on this one I want to do a Alice in Wonderland theme. I'm doing a London envelope for the theme as well, and I'll be doing one of these on camera because I'm going to be doing a 500 subby giveaway, because I'm 484 away, so that will be coming up fairly soon for when I reach 500, and it'll be all Alice in Wonderland themed and a few other bits and pieces. So like I say, I've got quite a few things coming up over the next couple of weeks, so yeah, so you just have to bear with me. Righto, so you will need A4 card, or if you're in America you'll need the equivalent, but obviously I am in the UK, so I use A4. I apologise, I don't do inches, I don't do centimetres, I do inches, and I am not one of these girls who are very clever at converting, so just thought I'd let you know. Okay, so we'll start off with what we need to do. This is the front cover, and you need it at 6 3/4. Oh, 6 3/4 by 6. There we go. Keep your scraps because we will be needing them. On the 6 3/4 side, you will need to score at 1/2 inch and 3/4. There we go, and we can put that to one side. And then you'll need another piece of paper. I think you need about 5 sheets of A4, if I'm not mistaken. So this is for your first flap, and you want it by 6 inches by 5. There we go. And on the 5-inch side, you need to score it at 1/4 of an inch. Yeah. There we go. So they are really, I don't know, white on white's really bad, but it's really tiny scores. There we go. So that's your first flap. Your second flap is 6 inches by 6 1/4. And just in case you haven't guessed, your flip book is 6 by 6. So on the 6 1/4 side, you need to score at 1/4 inch. And there we go. And the third flap is 5 by 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and if I'm not mistaken you can use one of your offcuts. Can't remember which one, sorry. 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and on one of the quarter sides, on one of the sides, just score. There we go. And then, is that right? Yeah. And then the belly bands are, you need 2 of these, so you want 2 at 7. So if you cut your paper down to 7 inches, and then turn it around and cut it again at 2 1/4, and you want 2 of these, and 2 1/4 again. There we go, and then you want to score these at 1/2 inch on both ends. So you can turn it around and do it, or you can score it at 1/2 inch and then 6 1/2. Depends on how you want to do it. There we go. There we go. So you do that to both pieces, and then on your pocket side you need, again, so keep your whole 7-inch piece of paper, you need to cut this at 3 inches. And then you need to score at 1/2 inch on all 3 sides, on 3 of the sides. So your pocket becomes 2 1/2 inches. There we go. So you want to do it at 2 short sides and 1 long side. And that is it. That's all the cutting you need to do at the moment. So I'll just put my cutting board away. And these scraps here, don't chuck them out, because we can utilise these throughout the flipbook and stuff. Yeah, so keep hold of these, because you can use these for your embellishments and your stamping and things like that. And then just put the rest of your cardstock away. And then you just bring in all your pieces. Now my bone folder is being put away because I tidied up my area, and everything is now neatly put away, and I forgot to get it out. So you just need to fold all of these lines. Just fold them all up. Okay. Now there is a proper way of folding, I can never remember what it is. I think it's the way that, see this one, I don't know if you can see it on there, yeah you can. That way there, if you fold it so on the bumpy side inwards, and I think that's the way you're supposed to fold it in. There's a right way and a wrong way. I might have just told you the wrong way. So just fold them up, fold them on all of the sides. There we go. Right. So when we get back here, okay, we'll just prepare the pocket, and on the pocket one you've got this little square here, and you want to cut that out, and you want to miter the corner, so you want to cut it diagonally. So you cut out the corner, but don't cut all the way to the edge, you just want to leave a little, a hair of that, and then you just get rid of these little 2 bits in your bin. And there we go. So your pocket shouldn't finish neatly like that. And then your next bit is to put tape on everything. Now, because these are a 1/4 inch deep, or most of them are 1/4 inch deep. Just need a 1/4 inch tape. There we go. You just tape everything up, just like so. And when we put it together, the only things that we're not putting on will be the pocket and the belly bands, and I will show you why when we get there. So we're just putting the base of pocket letter, the base of the flip book together, and that is it. So the tape needs to go on the edge that is getting folded downwards. If it's wrong, then we can always flip it over, because obviously this is just plain white cardstock. Don't have to use white, you can use black, it just goes with your colour. Just pick a cardstock that goes with your pattern paper. Because my swap pattern, the lady I'm swapping with has to reproduce this and send it back to me. So if I do a really bad job, the only person I can complain about is myself. And then on this one you want to do 2 strips of double-sided tape, or 1 if you've got a wide enough piece of tape. So hopefully you should be able to follow these instructions using your own paper, and then once it's done you can send it back to me, and that is how the swap has worked. Mine is quite late out because I've had hospital visits for myself, and my youngest has been rushed into hospital on a couple of occasions, so he's fine now, well, until we can figure out what's wrong. But yeah, so not a lot we can do, it's life, and we just all move on with it. Now, so you just want to burnish all the tape down. When we mean burnish, it's basically making sure that the tape is adhered to the paper, and this also makes it easier for your double-sided tape to get peeled off. So yeah, right here. So you want to get your front cover, which is this bit here with the 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch score line, and you want to make sure that it is folded so this bit here is on your right. See, I'm always one of these people who get my left and my right mixed up, so I always write when I want to say right, because obviously that's the hand I write with. I know I'm right-handed, so it's really sad, I know, but in a way I can remember. So with the first flap, you need one which is 6 by 5, which turns into 6 by 4 3/4. So that goes on there, and I will just check in my book just to make sure that I am telling you correctly. Yeah. Okay, so we take that tape off, and then we will put it down to one side. So I always start with a corner, lightly does it, and I ease it down, making sure that all my edges are as lined up as I can. You can put a piece of like prick stick or glue on your tape before you put it down. It just gives you that extra piece of wiggle room. There we go. So that is your first flap on there, and you just literally really hard press it down. If you've got a bone folder, obviously use your bone folder. I'll most probably do that off camera, and I will get it ready for my next lot of instructions. There we go. And then on the next one, Right. Yes, I have told you. Have I told you correctly? Sorry. Have I missed out some score lines? I might have missed out some score lines. Because that has to have a score line. I have. So on your cover, I do apologise, on your cover on the same side, on the 6 3/4 side, you just need to have a 1/4 of an inch fold on the last bit. So when you do your page, it goes like that. That is my fault. The written instructions will have it correctly. This is what you do when you have an idea late at night. Okay, so your finished album, actually, this one will measure just under 5 3/4. So on your front cover, you want to measure at 1/2 inch, 3/4, and then on the other side you want to do a 1/4 inch score line, and then you will end up folding it like that. There we go. Well, that could actually be my back page, but we'll sort it out. So see, I know what I've done wrong. I just picked up the wrong piece of paper, which is fine. We all do that. So my score, just bear with me. Right. So that's that. That goes on there. Right, so that's my back. That goes on there. That should have gone on there, I reckon. Right. I think I might have to redo this video. Actually, I'm just going to keep this mistake in, because just to show that I am not perfect. Right. So is that the way that we have it? So that's the spine. That must be my page up. That is that one.